Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. My name is D.
I am Lish.
This is episode number 53.
Is it 53?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Episode
I
number
forgot
53.
how to count.
Of course. I was looking at the amount of videos that we have, and I was like, geez, we've got a lot of videos. So please make sure, guys,
Catch up, binge watch.
Exactly. Binge watch, catch up.
Binge listen
while you're cleaning, cooking, looking after the kids, driving, whatever it may be. Kiki with us, Kaka with us. But make sure to like, share, and subscribe when you can.
Exactly.
So, what's been going on this week? We did something exciting, didn't we?
Did we?
Oh, I'm forgetting what we just did.
Oh, yes. we did do something very exciting.
Very, very exciting.
Oh my gosh. How can I forget?
So we were invited by Canon UK and Ireland to come and host a webinar. So basically a webinar for the Women's Network, which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a privilege. It was an honor. And of course, little old us are now getting invited to big old Canon.
Come on now.
Exactly. So yeah, were you nervous?
Talk to us nicely. I'm always nervous. I'm nervous in front of a camera.
Of course. I was so nervous. Like my stomach was turning the whole entire time. But yeah, if you want us to come and host anything, come to your, I don't know, workplace, your group, your women's this, your men's that.
Yeah.
Invite us to your podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Invite us to your podcast. I think this will be like our first invite of many. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
But yeah, invite us to your podcast. Anything that you guys got going on, your events, please feel free to do so. Our email is in our bio.
Yes, it's it's always in the video subscription as well.
Of course.
Description. It's in the video description as well. So
exactly. Yeah, make sure that you do. We cover all topics over here.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really technically that's kind of off bars.
No.
Yeah.
We touch on
a bit of everything.
Yeah.
You guys know this anyway. And if you don't, I just mentioned binge us and you'll know.
Exactly.
And what are you wearing today?
What am I wearing? H&M.
Oh yes, this is the cute set that I always say.
Yeah.
Did you end up buying it separately?
It's not a set. Yeah.
Oh yes,
so it's not a set.
Yeah.
But I wear it as a set.
Yeah, it's giving very much.
And yes, I was very much I didn't want to get out of bed, so I felt like
pajama
wear
sets.
something
Exactly,
cozy.
bougie.
Yes.
Exactly. There is this footballer. I think I've said this before. There's this footballer who plays for Man City. And he is known for wearing pajamas, like fashion pajamas. So people like D&G, Versace, everyone in their mama send them their pajama sets so he can wear them. So he wears them on his way to training. His name is Haaland. Very pretty blonde guy. Beautiful, piercing blue eyes and all of that stuff. But he's the pajama daddy. So make sure you look him up. I think actually, Lish, put in a couple of pictures of him.
Of the pajama daddy.
The pajama daddy. So that's what the look that you were going to try and give. Yeah,
I'll put some looks in for the pajama daddy. What are you wearing?
I am wearing this blazer from Zara because I'm a blazer person. Love blazers. Obsessed with blazers.
I think I have like two.
I have so many. I think I've got a blazer for every set of glasses.
Wow,
as you guys know, I've got a...
Oh my gosh.
I've got a pair of glasses for almost every outfit that I own.
Wow.
So yes, I love this blazer, a bit of leopard print. I think this was in this season. Burgundy and leopard print. Yeah. Just a bodysuit from H&M and these Spanx jeans.
Oh.
So they everything in.
Okay.
Yeah. They give you very much hourglass and all of that stuff. Exactly.
Okay.
So since I'm a bit fluffy at the moment.
Not fluffy. Fluffy.
Since I'm a bit fluffy at the moment, I need something that can just
suck everything.
Zoom everything in.
Suck everything in.
Yeah, that summer body is still hiding away in the layers.
That summer body will be hiding until the summer.
Very true.
So,
exactly. Very, very true. How was your week?
It was good.
Yeah.
It went by quickly. I'm tired though, because the kids, when one is sick, the other is sick. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a bit of a of a little mayhem, but yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, same here. A bit knackered because the kids were. That's the thing. When your kids are sick, my kids are sick.
Oh my gosh!
And I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like we don't even live. We're not living in the same house.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other all week.
Yeah, so
our kids haven't seen each other.
No, not at all. So crazy.
They were supposed to see each other last week, but they couldn't because they were getting sick. Yeah. So we're like, okay, let's keep them away from each other so that they don't spread it. And regardless of that, they were all still sick at the same time. But yeah, it's been one hell of a week. A shout out to all the mothers that still do what they need to do: record podcasts, go to work, cooking, cleaning.
Oh my god, school runs,
mothering,
just like, oh my goodness,
all of that stuff, doing what they need to do. And it's rough out here. What did I say it is?
It really is.
What did I say yesterday? That it's a jungle out here.
It is.
It literally is a jungle. It is a jungle.
And I'm just like, oof. Even me, I was in the car doing like my woosahs and my deep breaths because I'm just like, okay, you know what you could control and you know what you can't control.
That's
like,
exactly what was saying to myself. Because I'm like, I need to. We need, like, we have to regulate constantly, and people don't realize that work that comes into that. Actually, I won't say too much because obviously we're talking about something as well today
exactly, that
kind of covers that. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things, marriages, and then we're going to talk about mothering, and then Lish, you got an allowance for us?
We have an allowance.
Perfect. Thank you for keep continuing to bring those in, guys, because we love
in.
Exactly. Make sure you listen to us,
but don't listen to us. So we do not have it all figured out.
No, we should. Trust me. If we're whistling in the car, we sure don't having it all figured out. So recently there was a young lady that shared on social media about how she went into a marriage. Well, she was in a relationship with a guy for 7 years, and then she went into a marriage, and very early on, like even a couple of days after they getting married, his personality and character did a complete 360. Like she did it 180?
Yeah.
Well,
360 is all the way around.
Yeah, he did.
So he went all the way around?
And then, do a 180. So what if he went all the way around and all the way around?
If he went all the way around, no, you can only go all the way around once. Type into the comments. But I think a 180 is when somebody can be a different person. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go for
if he did a 360, then he's turning around back to who he was. Yeah.
Okay, no, he didn't do that.
A 180.
He was opposite of who he was and more.
Maybe what's 360 plus 180?
There you go. That's what he became. 360 plus 180. He became a completely different person, controlling, abusive verbally, was shouting at her about the cooking, about the cleaning, about her personality, who she is. All of a sudden, she's ugly. All of a sudden, she's stupid. All of a sudden, these things that he never said or did before came to light. And then in the comments of this video, which we won't share because I believe it's just too triggering. I'm sure you guys get the hint anyway.
Yeah.
What in the comments there was a lot of people who've been in relationships for a short period of time, long period of time, who as soon as they got married or had some sort of commitment with the other person, so either maybe bought a house or did something that shows that you're a step above what you were before in a relationship, they changed completely. Like they showed them their true colors. However, there was quite a pattern there because a lot of them were saying, I did not see this coming. And also on the flip side, there was a lot of people who were saying, why didn't you see it coming? Okay. So what are your thoughts on this? Why do people, and it's people, men and women, by the way, because this happens both ways. I think abuse doesn't have a gender. So why do you think that people really flip the script when they realize that full commitment is intact?
I guess it's kind of having that mentality where it's like, okay, I own this person now. This person belongs to me. So I could do whatever I want to do to this person. I could treat this person however I like. and yeah, they won't go up. They won't go anywhere. They'll deal with it. When you said people, it made me think about that guy that was being abused by his wife.
Oh yes, there's a show on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a documentary about it.
On Netflix. Yeah.
And she knew that guy, he loved her, right? That's his wife. He loved her. He loved his children. Yeah, he was still making excuses for the way that she was behaving, and she put him through hell. And I think people take advantage of people's vulnerabilities, their insecurities.
That's right.
And she did that with him. She knew that, okay, this guy basically worships the ground I walk on. He loves me down. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do to him. I am going to speak to him however I want to speak to him. And if I don't like it, and if he's not doing what I asked him to do, then I am, he's going to face those consequences.
Very true. Very true.
I don't think it's great behavior, and I don't understand what triggers someone to behave like that. To somebody, because
I think it's a mental illness.
But I just always feel like people love to use that as an excuse.
No, because there's no way you can hide who you truly are for 7 whole years. There has to be something incorrect about you.
That just like
it has to be demonic, mental illness, like mad, like anything that is like basically not
possessed with something.
You have to be possessed with something. Because anything that doesn't, it just basically doesn't fall under normal. So if it doesn't fall under normal, what is it? It has to be insanity. Because there's the cover up of the personality and who you truly are, for you to be able to, it's like the people that have double lives, for you to be able to continue to just pretend that this is, I know someone personally actually who was in a relationship with someone, and it was ever so loving at the very beginning. Extremely loving. They were together for maybe not a long period of time, but long enough to kind of know someone. A year, 2 years. They ended up getting married and having children. And then as soon as they got married, she flipped the script. She became psycho babe.
Oh my gosh.
She started going through his phone. She started being verbally abusive. She brought her whole family into the home, so that obviously the guy had no control whatsoever
what's happening.
of what was happening. She then was just doing everything and anything that no one could have imagined for her to be doing. Even till this day, I ask people, like, did you, like, people that were not in a relationship with her, but they know of them as a couple, did you see these signs? Did you see certain things that you were like, okay, maybe this was coming and we should have warned him and this, that, and the other? Everyone puts their hand up completely and swears up and down that there's no way that they thought that she would become that person.
End up like that.
And she basically, she ruined him for quite a long time. And then eventually, of course, they ended up separating. But to try and explain to people who she was, people obviously wouldn't believe him, because they were like, what do you mean? Way. Exactly. There's just absolutely no way. I, however, with the question to say, was there the red flags before, and why didn't the other person see them? I, however, think they would be there.
That you just, what are they called?
Rose. It's your rose-tinted glasses that are showing you slight pink.
Yeah, basically. So that means pink shouldn't even pass. We shouldn't do pink flags. We shouldn't
do pink flags at all.
So
and then also I just believe there's maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe possibly a previous relationship, a sister, a brother, who kind of knows, but doesn't really say anything, because Lish and I have this understanding as friends, is that not only do we know sometimes to hold back when we observe something.
Yeah.
But also when we see something in other people,
Yeah.
we know that we've clocked it.
Yeah.
But we always say that it's not everything that is in your thoughts that you must say.
Yeah.
So I think maybe at some point or other points, people kind of saw these things, but they just didn't really see anything. And then once you're into deep, a whole marriage.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right too. Because I mean, there'll be times when you're out with a friend and their significant other, and maybe their significant other says something out of pocket. Right? You're like, what? But
we stay looking at each other like, okay, let me face my front. I'm like, girl, did you hear what I said?
So it's a bit like,
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
We have a lot of male friends, and most of them, if not all of them, actually are in partnerships. We've got a few that are single here and there, but we do observe, and not just friends, but like acquaintances as well. We do observe sometimes when we've noticed actually some women are out here, they're delulu. Their delulu is out of this world, and they don't have any real shame of saying or doing certain things, because I think, they just think, okay, people are not really going to notice, or it doesn't really matter, he loves me down anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how relationships are navigated, and of course once they're in marriages, it's really hard to get out of them.
Yeah. And then also with on the other spectrum, it's kind of like what happened with Keke Palmer.
Oh my goodness!
And her and the father of her son.
Exactly.
Right? So that was on Front Street for the whole world to see, right? And everybody was able to put in their 2 P's and say this and say that. And then of course, I don't condone any type of abuse towards males or women. I don't think that's okay. But then obviously, she's turned around. I don't know if they're together or not, but
well, they are. Yeah, she's basically said we're back together and we're figuring this out. She said that he's been going to therapy. I don't know if they're going to therapy together. Of course, she didn't clarify. It's none of our business.
Yeah.
But really, the whole world put in their 2P because they saw her getting flipped off with the sofa that by him on the ring ring cameras. Yeah. And everyone put their 2P in, and my girl still went.
Yeah. So that's another reason why sometimes people around you can see what's happening, but they're not going to say anything because at the end of the day, I think it's your decision. Yeah. It's your choice. It's you that has to be in that relationship. It's you that has to take the next step. And it's really, it's heartbreaking because I know some people that are in the background and witness somebody that they love are being abused or being hurt and taken advantage of. And sometimes there's nothing you could do about it because until that person is ready to let's say move on, then there's nothing you can do. Exactly. They also, it's not just, by the way, it's not just romantic relationships. There's people that are in platonic relationships that are still abused. In friendships, there's girls that are mean girls to their friends, and there's the head bee in charge, and everyone does what she says, and if you don't say it, then you're gonna upset her, and then you're gonna do this. So there's friends that are walking around on eggshells because they don't want to upset the friend or do this to the friend, but fingers crossed one day they'll see the clarity. Everyone else sees it because they're running around for this friend like they're some sort of god or something. Exactly. But yeah, people will take advantage of people that they know they can't take advantage of. But thank goodness this young lady actually came out of this situation, has met someone new. Okay. And and she's happy and all better for it. She shared it for awareness purposes, and I think this is one of the let's say good sides of social media. The 2 sandwiches for yourself is wild. That's like, come on now. I didn't mean me. Yeah, exactly. I meant 2 sandwiches for me. Yeah, no, that's somebody that's obviously just not okay. Yeah, that's someone that's clearly not okay. No.
So yeah, she showed awareness to anyone that's really going through this at the same time, or had gone through it. So the comments were absolutely flooded. I say flooded, which is nuts. So things that are happening behind closed doors, nobody will know, but everyone saw the pretty wedding, and so be it.
Of course.
Yeah, and so be it. But if you need any kind of help or assistance, and you're going through some sort of situation like that, there is support out in the community for you.
I'll put the link
we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah.
And also don't forget to go to anyone that's close to you if you're not so keen on going anyone that is outside of the mix. Yeah. We'll close it up on that one.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, in the world of being
a mother.
Oh my goodness. So I saw a post this morning actually, and it was crazy because I was like, oh my gosh, we could totally relate to this because we have these moments as well. So I'm just gonna read it.
Sure.
And basically she's saying, don't judge me. I hate saying this, but basically I just need to get it off of my chest. My toddler is so emotional and cries all the time, and it's starting to get me down. He cries about everything. If he doesn't like something, if we need to go home, everything, he just wants to cry. It's starting to really get me down, and I dread taking him anywhere because I know I'll end up having to console him about something. He's a very careful little boy. He never wants to try new things, such as climbing or going down the slide, which is just who he is. But instead of just saying no, he just cries, and he won't give it a go. He won't try it. I'm not sure why I'm posting this, but I just wanted to vent because I feel like the worst mom in the world for feeling this way.
After
COVID.
Yeah, these babies that were conceived after COVID, they're really giving us a run for our money.
They really are.
And I'm not underhanding, obviously, your experience, but imagine that times 2. So I also have, obviously,
I can't deal with one, so so I couldn't imagine 2 Liams. That's absolutely not happening.
Absolutely not.
No. God knows what I could handle. I'm barely hanging on for just one. So
you know what makes it even worse is that they're the cutest.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely adorable, and to think that they're really just out here terrorizing my life is really actually quite funny. But if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And I think there's a switch that happened with me. I think I've spoken about this before, is when I can't remember how many months postpartum I'm in. It's all been a blur, to be honest. If you ask me next year what happened this year, I'm gonna have no clue either. Because that's what just multiple motherhood is like. But there was a switch that happened where I read something, be it in the Bible, or I listened to someone talking about something. Let's say, I think it was a pastor or someone, I can't remember. Anyway, it really highlighted the fact that we're not only put on this earth to obviously just live our lives, but to also serve others. And it says there again, love one another deeply with all your heart and all your mind. So if you really think about that, serving other people is, I think people think about serving other people outside the home. So they think about, helping the homeless and giving away clothes to charity and volunteering and all of that stuff. But really, as mothers, our service is to our children. And no matter how hard it is and what they bring to the table, you just got to realize, like, this is really just kind of the reason why we were put on earth. If you were not lucky enough, but if you have had the advantage of conceiving a child, you would know what it takes to have a child, and then also what it takes to raise one. So it's an act of service. And I'm not an acts of service type of girl. So it's been an adjustment. But it's also great to just be able to do it together. That really helps.
That is true.
How are you kind of coping with it?
My son, it is, especially too, because both of my kids, they're picky eaters. They don't like to eat. So that is something that really, really, really kind of affects me. So for instance, on Friday, I went and got my son fish and chips.
Right.
And I was like, I wish he's like a fish and chip boy, right?
Chips, at least.
Yeah, just the chips.
Yeah.
He's looking at this like, oh, like,
oh my
God. Give me some real food. And I'm just like, I wish I had a fish and chip kid. Yeah, like, can you just eat fish and chips? So, I mean, there's little things like that. I think when I get to a point where I do get frustrated and I do get agitated, I really need to double back and just like, okay, he's a toddler, he's a kid, even though he's crying for no reason.
They know nothing.
I just, we have to write it out together.
And they know nothing.
Yeah.
They literally been in this world a couple years.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing that they know. And they're just out here riding it out as much as we do. You know what I love is that when all of that happens, and then maybe a couple hours later, they turn around and do something extremely hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And you just have
you're like,
you have no way but to just laugh because they've completely forgotten.
Yeah, it's true.
We are still holding on to it.
Same.
Like for most of the day, they've completely forgotten.
The older ones as well. Me and Layla got into it this morning. And she forgot about it.
Yeah, of course. She's bye.
I'm still on it.
Yeah, bye, Mom.
But she's over
exactly.
Fine.
He's over it.
No, that actually is a beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's why they say, having a child-like mind must be so freeing because you let go of everything. There is like instant forgiveness. There is like instant moving on. Nobody's holding on to anything. By the time you go pick her up, she's like, what are you talking about? I don't even remember that incident of what happened. 2 minutes later, they're doing something else. So like, I know it's hard. I know it's hard out here. It really is.
And don't feel bad. Like, don't feel judged. Like, it is.
For sure.
It is okay. I've had plenty of days where I'm like, ugh, I'm such a shit mom. My son got into 2 accidents in a month's time. So I was just like, okay, these people are going to think like, does he have anybody watching him at this rate? Like, what is going on? Yeah, exactly. Or something. But it's like, I pray on it and I'm like, he's going to be okay. It's all right. Okay. Even though in my own house, if I hear a thump or a bump, I'm like already panicking. But I feel like, don't feel judged.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Exactly.
I know we're in the trenches and we're going to be in the trenches for a little while because they say even with the phases, if you say, okay, then I can't wait until they get older.
It gets worse.
It's something else.
Trust.
And it's going to be something else and something else and something else. Unfortunately, we're going to be mothers till the death of us. So it's something that we just have to kind of continue to work through the phases as much as we can. Like, I get overstimulated very easily. Even my son already knows. He's like, that's overstimulation. He's like, Mommy gets too overly stimulated. And for someone with obviously multiples, not just multiples, someone with 3 boys, getting overstimulated easily, it runs my mind constantly, where I feel sometimes I've just like lost control completely.
Oh gosh.
But it's just, I just find different ways. Like, I put on my headphones. My oldest obviously is now aware, so he knows he can't have the Alexa on, the TV on, and the boys on, and the cooking, and he's like, no. I need to switch some things off and make sure that Mummy is okay and all of that stuff. Make your children aware of who you are as well. There's no shame in that game. There's no shame in that game.
I agree with that too. Exactly.
So what we're saying in the allow it world?
Oh yes, so we do have an allow it today. Let me find it. Okay.
In record time.
Hey, Lish and D.
Hey.
I really need your advice because I honestly don't know what to do anymore.
Who, us?
I know. Sorry, this is a lot of pressure. A few months back, my fiance and I were blindsided when his 2 kids from a previous relationship who used to visit us every 2 weeks suddenly stopped. Their mom
yeah.
told my fiance very casually when he dropped them back one day that they had all decided visits would now be a once a month thing. Apparently, this decision had been made months ago, but no one bothered to tell us.
Interesting.
I tried reaching out to my stepson because we'd always had a good relationship, asking where this was coming from and explaining that we were hurt, especially because they have a little brother here who misses them. That backfired massively.
I can imagine.
He blocked me, and his mom said he now hates me and doesn't want to come here at all.
That's right.
Fast forward to now, we haven't seen the kids for 6 months. My fiance has barely been able to maintain contact with his son, who's 15, through phone calls. Though phone calls have picked up a little since Christmas, but here's where it gets really messy. His younger daughter, she's 5, told us she wants to visit next weekend. Great, right? Except now the son has messaged my fiance saying she wants to stay with him instead, and that my fiance should just come visit with our son for the day. My fiance suggested we all go up together so he can see both kids. And when the son realized I'll be there too, he lost it.
Oh dear.
He went absolutely mental, blocked my fiance again, and is now ignoring him. So here's the situation. If the son has decided he doesn't want to come here, we can accept that. But now he's dictating whether his sister can visit us, and we feel stuck. We can't talk to their mom because she's difficult, and mediation or court isn't financially possible. What do we do? How do we balance maintaining a relationship with both kids, respecting their feelings, and not letting this situation rip our family apart? Please help us out. Any ideas are welcome.
I don't know about that bit where we're ripping our family apart. Relax, girl.
I mean, for me, I would say you should have stayed back.
Thank you.
You should have let him take the son that you guys shared together and go and see.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going.
Yeah.
Just to have a girl's
She's being a bit too harsh on you, but yeah.
I don't know where you thought you were going, girl. You could have just stayed, not just stayed at home, deep cleaned. You could have stayed at home, had a beautiful day in.
Yeah.
A bubble bath, watch Netflix, do whatever you wanted to do. He was going to take the kids and go see his other kids.
I understand this is definitely a conversation for another pod.
Where was this going?
Like people that are in blended families. So either whether it's the fiance, the female, or the male, where you feel like you really need to become involved.
I just feel like people. My perspective has always been very clear. If the other parent is alive, well, healthy, and is a willing parent, okay, their decision making now is going to change. Like I just spoken about in terms of children have phases, okay, and as parents, be it a step parent or a biological parent, you have to adjust according to the phases.
Exactly.
Forcing situations is not adjusting.
Yeah.
You've got to realize that what you thought that he was thinking of you, all of those things could change within a split second because they're children. They don't even know themselves either. What is that part of the lobe that doesn't develop until a certain...
The
frontal lobe doesn't develop until God knows what age.
Yeah.
They're just whiffing and waffing through life.
I don't even think it's developed now.
Yeah. They're just whiffing and waffing through life.
Yeah.
None of this is personal at all. A lot of the times people think that, oh, my stepchildren don't like me because this has happened. My stepchildren hate me because of this. They don't even know if they like themselves.
Yeah, I think even my sister, I mean, her stepdaughter, she was quite young when my sister married her dad. And in the beginning, their relationship wasn't great. Now they're like, they're inseparable.
Yeah.
Like
it's even the same with biological parents too. There's certain times where you're not on the same page with your child. They think you're their worst enemy or vice versa, whatever it may be. And then you're best friends again at the nail shop when they're 15, 16 and they're like, my mom is my bestie and you're both doing TikTok videos together. So at the end of the day, trying to put everything and anything on like maybe a 3, 4, 5 year stint of all these different phases, especially if they're 15, they're going through puberty.
Yeah, especially as a boy as
they've
well.
Got little girlfriends.
Yeah.
They've got friends that they, breaking up friendships. They're going to high school. They've got acne. Then if you're really deep, you're the least of their problems.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, no one's ripping your family apart.
For sure.
You just need to take a step back. Use the time where your husband goes to see his kids as your time to do your own stuff, self-care, like Dion said, brunching, do whatever, clean your house if you want to. Just use that, like, okay, this time my husband's away with our son going to see his other kids. That's time for you. You know your heart. Whenever the stepkids are ready to come and welcome you again into their lives, you're there, you're open, you're willing and ready. But now just leave it be. Let your husband take the driver's seat and let him figure out things with his 2 children. And you stay in the back seat.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that when you said your heart. Yeah. And I'm sure the people that are close to you know your heart.
Exactly.
So if you're doing the utmost in your power to keep everything cordial and happy and keep your family intact, then that should give you peace of mind. Anything that goes above that overcompensation because you're a bonus parent. Yeah. It needs to stop for anyone really that are bonus parents. You're out here doing too much. Why? Because of the noise from outside. Yeah. I need people to see that I'm the best parent in the world. I need people to see that I'm going above and beyond. No. Do what you think is the best for you, your family, and just chill. Raise your children. At some point, they will all come back home.
Exactly.
Kids are just that.
Exactly.
They're just kids. And they will want to listen to whoever they want to listen to. Their mom is their best friend now. Give it another couple of years. They're going to say, I hate my mom.
No, of course,
and
exactly.
I want to come live with you.
Exactly.
So it all changes.
Yeah.
It just all changes. And don't take it too personally. Find other things to kind of make your mind busy instead of focusing on that.
Don't think of this is an easy fix.
Yeah, this is a very easy fix. Yeah. Try to just focus on other things, including your child.
Exactly.
Pour that extra energy you were trying to ship away. Put it into the kid that you have now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do that. Oh wow, this has been a cool episode actually. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Thanks.
It's been great. Hope you guys enjoyed the new sets. Like we said before,
we didn't even mention.
We mentioned it last week.
Did we?
Yeah, but we didn't mention it properly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So bear with us because there will be teething issues. But here and there we're slowly getting there.
We sure are. Exactly. And we look good doing it. And that's all that matters.
Exactly.
On that note, my name is Dee.
I am Lish.
And this has been
Allow It.
Bye.
Bye.